Sometimes I read creepy stories. Sometimes I just talk. My name is Demon, and this is my channel. Enjoy. The railroad. My cousin and I had gone to San Antonio, and we had heard rumors of some haunted railroad tracks. The story was, a school bus full of children had stalled these tracks with a train coming. The train was going too fast for there to be time to get the children off, so they all died. When we finally found the tracks, we stopped the car, parking it right on the railroad tracks. We were both a little nervous and scared, and waited for something to happen. Just when we were about to leave, the car started rolling. We were both too freaked out to do any more than grab each other and gasp, eyes wide, mouths open. After what seemed like an eternity, but it was actually less than 5 minutes tops, the car stopped rolling. We looked around and we were off the railroad tracks. Now, that may have seemed spooky, but what we saw next scared us enough to jump back in the car and made the 6-hour trip home that night. Both of us got out of the car and walked around to the back. After the first 6-hour drive, our car had accumulated quite a bit of dust in it. That's not scary now, but what was scary was a little set of handprints all over the back of the car, all the size of children's hands. A mother's love. One afternoon, a couple was traveling on by car when at a far distance they saw a woman in the middle of the road, waving frantically. The wife told her husband to keep on driving because it might be too dangerous, but the husband decided to pass by slowly so he wouldn't stay out with doubt in his mind of what might have happened and the chances of anyone being hurt. As they got closer, they noticed a woman with cuts and bruises on her face, as well as on her arms. They then decided to stop and see if they could be of any help. The cantankerous woman was begging for help, telling them that she had been in a car accident and that her husband and son, a newborn baby, were still inside the car, which was in a deep ditch. She told them that the husband was already dead, but that her baby seems to still be alive. The husband that was traveling decided to get down and try to rescue the baby, and he asked the hurt woman to stay with his wife inside their car. When he got down, he noticed 2 people in the front seats of the car, but he didn't pay any attention to it, and he took out the baby quickly and got out to take. Coffins used to be built with holes in them, attached to 6 feet of copper tubing and oil. The tubing will allow air for victims buried under the mistaken impression that they were dead. In a certain small town, Harold, the local grave digger, upon hearing a bell one night, went to go see if it was children pretending to be spirits. Sometimes it was also the wind. This time, however, it wasn't either. A voice from below begged and pleaded to be unburied. "Are you Sarah Bannon?" Harold asked. "Yes," the muffled voice asserted. "You were born on September 17th, 1827? "Yes." "The gravestone here says you died on February 20, 1857. "No, I'm alive. It was a mistake. Dig me up, set me free." "Sorry about this, ma'am," Harold said, stepping on the bell to silence it and plugging up the cover tube with dirt. "But this is August. Whatever you are down there, you sure as hell ain't alive no more, and you ain't coming up." The tundra The native villagers around this part say that there's a stretch of tundra just north of here that is occupied by benevolent spirits. These spirits grant insight and warning to whoever visits them. At night, once the sun has disappeared entirely and left the world in jet darkness, I drove out to the middle of a frozen expanse of ice and waited, hoping to catch a glimpse of whatever commanded these people's reverence. They send their children out, bundling first to keep from freezing, on the eve of their 15th birthday to seek an audience with the spirits. Once they have achieved this, the children run home to their parents to share the news. From then on, these children are considered adults in the village. Engaged couples visit the tundra on the night before their wedding. The entire village sits up all night awaiting their return, as it is upon their return that the couple either decides to proceed with their marriage or to abandon it. The elderly visit the tundra whenever they are sick or ailing, and often make their condition worse by staying all night in the cold. When they return, however, it is most often with an air of sheer serenity. So I waited, curious to see what phenomenon might inspire people so powerfully. I waited for hours, bundling my parka and sitting on the hood of my pickup. I waited until I felt that I was going to freeze to death, even in my thick clothing. I heard the spirit before I saw it. A crunching of snow in the silence made me jump off my truck and spin around. A hunched, gray-skinned man stood a few meters away. Sad yellow eyes stared back at me, set inside a skull from which sprouted only a few greasy hairs. He breathed heavily, with a rattle that shook his fragile ribcage, and one of his arms looked as if it had been messily broken and then neglected, allowing it to knit back together imperfectly. Badly scarred flesh marred his splayed legs. The man stared at me for perhaps 10 seconds, breathing in the frigid air and exhaling a sickly dribble of steam before disappearing when I blinked my eyes. I spun around, looking for the man, but he was truly gone. Approaching where he had stood, I found a pair of bloody footprints in the snow. Frantic with fear, I got into my pickup and headed for the village as fast as the ice would allow. A few villagers were waiting for me when I arrived, knowing that I had gone out and curious as to what might happen. I hastily got out of my truck and, approaching the nearest villager, I demanded, "What is so benevolent about the spirits? What is so insightful? How do these spirits help you?" "What did you see?" he asked, the look on his face now mirroring the fear in mine. "I saw a man horribly disfigured and desperately sick," I screamed into his face, and the rest of the villagers around us backed away a step. "Why? What does that mean?" I begged him. "The spirits show only one thing," the man explained. "They show their visitors a year in the future." It wasn't a big deal at first, you know. It was just another story online. One you'd read in the comments of a YouTube video, designed to scare you into posting it and aid to other videos. You know the kind, where you die a horrible death or your crush will reject you if you don't spread the word. I don't think anything of it at the time, but now it's the only thing I can think about. The comment started by saying that she hasn't left the poster alone in days, and by reading this she'll come for you. I don't even remember the exact wording because it was late, and I was tired and I'd seen 100 other comments like it before. I forgot all about it until she started coming after me. It started with little things. A flash in the corner of my vision, a strange shadow on the hallway floor. Then it got worse. I started to hear whispering when I was alone in the house, giggling, the sound of footsteps. I now know that she was teasing me, sort of like how a cat will hump its paw over a mouse's tail and pat at it before it kills it. Mirrors were the worst. She liked to stand just out of frame when I was brushing my hair, so when I shifted my head to get to the other side, she would be there, standing next to the bookshelf, with her long tangle of hair matted with blood falling down her shoulders. And that grin. Oh God, that grin. Her teeth were always bloody. I was never sure if it was her blood or... I don't even know. Every night it seemed to get worse. I would see her on my way to class in the rear view mirror of my car, dragging her along like fingernails across her own rotting flesh as I stared in abject terror. For a while I put it off to sleep deprivation. Finals, you know. And then she came to me. It was late, so late it was technically early. I couldn't sleep because all I could hear was her giggling. I covered my face with a pillow and shut my eyes tight when I felt something cold on my hand. I was paralyzed with fear. It was sharp and it was cold, and it was moving down my arms towards my elbow. "Come out to play," she said, in that lilting, upsetting voice I'd heard one too many times before. I screamed and sat up, but she was gone for the moment. My biggest mistake was when I talked to her. I just stepped out of the shower and she was right there when I opened the curtains. I shrieked and stumbled back, and she leaned down to me. "Why?" I asked. "Why are you doing this?" She told me why. It was because I knew something about her. That altercation ended with a serious head injury that landed me in the hospital. That's where I am now. I can't take this anymore. I'm just one person. It's too much. I know what I have to do. I think I always knew. God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Her name is Nora. She should be there soon.